Michelle Trachtenberg has died at the age of 39 years old. Sources told the Post that her cause of death is unknown, but is reportedly not being investigated as suspicious.
She was the girl who could slay vampires, the spy who uncovered secrets, and the villain we love to hate. Michelle Trachtenberg was a star who shone brighter than most. But behind the glitz and glamour, there was a story no one saw coming. A story of triumph, struggle, and a tragic end that left the world asking what really happened. At just 39 years old, Michelle Trachtenberg was gone. But her story is far from over.
More details on the tragic passing of actress Michelle Trachtenberg. This just gets sadder and sadder. Many of you first discovered Michelle as Harriet the Spy, or perhaps later on in Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Gossip Girl.
Michelle Trachtenberg wasn't just a star, she was a phenomenon. Born in New York City in 1985, she burst onto the scene as a child actor with a talent that was impossible to ignore. At just 9 years old, she stole hearts as Nona F. Mecklenburg in The Adventures of Pete and Pete. But it was her role as Harriet M. Welsh in Harriet the Spy that made her a household name. Harriet wasn't just a character, she was a role model for an entire generation. Smart, curious, and unapologetically herself, Harriet taught us to embrace our quirks and chase our dreams. And Michelle? She brought Harriet to life with a charm and wit that made us believe she was Harriet. But Michelle's star was just beginning to rise. In 2000, she joined the cast of Buffy the Vampire Slayer as Dawn Summers, Buffy's younger sister. At first, fans were skeptical. Who is this new character? But Michelle won them over, delivering a performance that was equal parts vulnerable and fierce. Her portrayal of Dawn earned her a Teen Choice Award nomination and cemented her place in pop culture history. But little did we know, Michelle's journey was about to take a darker turn.
She had been going through some health issues, and social media was not very kind to her. People for the last year plus were commenting on her appearance, focusing on her eyes and just not seeming well.
Fame is a double-edged sword. For Michelle, it brought her success, but it also came with a price. As she transitioned from child star to adult actress, the pressures of Hollywood began to take their toll. In the months leading up to her death, fans began to notice something was wrong. Michelle's Instagram posts showed a woman who seemed to be fading away. Her once radiant smile was replaced by a haunting emptiness. Fans flooded her comments with concern, asking if she was okay. But Michelle insisted she was happy and healthy. "Check yourself, haters," she wrote in one post. But behind the bravado, there were signs of a deeper struggle. Michelle had recently undergone a liver transplant, a procedure that would have been grueling for anyone. And yet, she faced it with the same strength she brought to her roles. Her role as Georgina Sparks on Gossip Girl was iconic. Manipulative, cunning, and endlessly entertaining, Georgina was the villain we loved to hate. But for Michelle, playing a villain wasn't just fun, it was cathartic. "It's kind of easy to be evil when you're saying evil things," she once said. "I love the reaction you get." But as Michelle's health declined, so did her ability to hide her pain. Her final Instagram posts were a mix of nostalgia and longing. "A memory, a magical night in #New York," she wrote. "I remember feeling like Cinderella." Little did we know, those words would be some of her last.
The actress began to spark health concerns last year. People couldn't help but notice that when she posted photos with a drastically different appearance, but she defended her looks, telling the haters, "Explain to me how I look sick." Michelle was known for her roles in Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Gossip Girl, and her talent will surely be missed.
On the morning of February 26, 2025, Michelle Trachtenberg was found unconscious in her Manhattan apartment. Her mother made the heartbreaking discovery. EMS arrived, but it was too late. Michelle was pronounced dead at the scene. The NYPD confirmed there was no foul play. Michelle's death was attributed to natural causes, likely complications from her recent liver transplant. But for fans, the questions lingered. How could someone so full of life be gone so soon? And then there were the allegations. In 2021, Michelle made shocking claims about Buffy creator Joss Whedon. She accused him of being physically abusive on set and revealed there was a rule prohibiting him from being alone with her. The allegations sent shockwaves through Hollywood, but Michelle never got the closure she deserved. Was there more to Michelle's story than we knew? Was her death truly a result of natural causes? Or was there something darker at play? The truth may never be known. But one thing is certain. Michelle Trachtenberg's legacy will live on.
Her mother was the one to discover her body earlier today at her apartment near Columbus Circle in New York City. And police sources are saying that she recently had a liver transplant. And it is believed that Michelle may have been experiencing complications from that.
Michelle Trachtenberg wasn't just an actress. She was a trailblazer. From Harriet to Dawn to Georgina, she brought characters to life in a way that resonated with millions. She taught us to be brave, to be curious, and to never back down from a challenge. Her death left a void in the hearts of fans around the world. But her impact? That will never fade. Michelle Trachtenberg was a star who burned brightly, even in her darkest moments. And though she's gone, her light will continue to shine.
She was just 39 years old. I'm lifting up her mother, her family, her friends, and all of her fans. This does not seem real.
Michelle Trachtenberg wasn't just an actress. She was a trailblazer. From Harriet to Dawn to Georgina, she brought characters to life in a way that resonated with millions. She taught us to be brave, to be curious, and to never back down from a challenge. Her death left a void in the hearts of fans around the world. But her impact? That will never fade. Michelle Trachtenberg was a star who burned brightly, even in her darkest moments. And though she's gone, her light will continue to shine. Michelle Trachtenberg's story is a reminder that fame and fortune don't guarantee happiness. It's a call to check on the people we love, to ask the hard questions, and to never take a single moment for granted. Because in the end, all we have is each other. Rest in peace, Michelle. Your legacy will live on forever.